Okay, let me check now. So am I audible now? Okay, that's great. So I think now I am audible. All right. So good afternoon, everyone. I am Shivam Gupta, Senior Innovation Engineer from STEMROBO Technologies, and you are watching our fifth session of our ATL Marathon training session series. So students, I hope that you have watched our previous sessions that we have conducted for you guys, because the sessions that we have conducted, they are based on different technologies. Like the few sessions that we took before, that was on circuit simulations. So you might have watched those sessions, and the previous session that we have taken, so that was based on Arduino. So we have covered the introduction, and we have discussed like what is Arduino and how it actually works. We have also performed an activity, that is the introduction, like the glowing of an LED using the Arduino, right? So in that activity, we have used an LED, we have used the Arduino, we have connected them, and we have also done the coding. So we are actually doing the block-based coding, okay? And I will be explaining you the block-based coding, because that will help you to understand the concept. If you are interested in learning the textual coding, I will show you the textual code as well. Also, you can visit our Tinker Learning website, and there you can learn about how to do the textual coding as well, right? Because textual coding is a concept that actually requires time. And you can use our Tinker Learning platform. You can see different tutorials based on the activities, and then you can learn how to do the textual coding. So today we will be discussing about another activity based on Arduino, and we will be using a 7-segment display. So before using a 7-segment display and discussing about that, I will show you, like, we have used the Arduino and a basic like an LED, and I have shown you how you can glow it on the simulator, that is the Tinker CAD platform. Today, I will show you that similar thing using the real Arduino. So I have already prepared the model. I have the required component. Let me show you guys. So just a minute, I have switched my camera. Okay, so just a minute, everyone. Okay, so just a minute, there is some technical glitch. Let me sort it out. So just a minute, students, we are facing some technical issue. Okay, so I think now I'm audible, right? So let me show you it through this side. Okay, so you can see here, like I am having the Arduino. This is the activity that we performed in the previous session, and I have guided you guys that how you can use an LED and how you can connect it using the Arduino, and you can simply glow it. So right now we are blinking it. Okay, right now the LED is blinking, and you can see that how easily it is connected. So the longer leg, that is the positive leg, it is connected to the pin number 13th, and the shortest leg that you can see here is connected to the ground pin. So that's why I'm able to connect both of these pins easily like this. Now, today we will perform few more activities. Okay, I hope I'm audible, right? Yeah, that's great. Okay. All right. So let me share my screen. We will be using the Tinkercad platform, and we will be discussing about the circuit simulation. All right. So students, I have shared my screen. So this is Arduino, right? And here in this one, I have used 3 LEDs. Now, I have given you a homework. If you remember, we have blinked a single LED. But I have also mentioned that how you can glow multiple LEDs, right? Using the block codes, how you can use different codes together and you can blink multiple LEDs. So quickly, let's try that out. So if you just click on code, so you will get several blocks. We have already discussed how you can use these blocks. So like this, you can pick the required block. Also, if you see the circuit, so it is simple. It's very easy circuit that I have made. Like I have just used one LED here, and if I just zoom in, so what I've done is for the positive pin, that is the anode pin, I have used 13th pin number, and I have connected it like this. So through pin number 13, this red color LED is connected. Now, if you see here, through like for the cathode, I have used another wire and I have connected it like this. Also, what I have done is from the cathode pin of the Arduino, I have taken one wire, and then this entire rail is now having the ground. So by that, I can take multiple wires for different LEDs and I can connect it here. But for the positive pin or for the anode, I have taken different pins because I want to control them individually. So I have used the resistor to reduce the current. So here you can see that for the green LED, I have connected the anode pin to pin number 12. And for this blue LED, I have connected the anode to pin number 11. Now, the benefit of doing this is that I can control all these LEDs individually. Like let's say I want to glow the red LED and I do not want to glow the green and blue LED together. So I just need to use the block for the red LED and I can glow it. And also at the same time, I can keep the red LED on and the green and blue LED off. Similarly, I can do some other combination, like I can take green and blue LED on and I can turn off the red LED. So it's very simple. So for that, what you need to do is you need to go to the code section and you need to take the block. So let's say here I have this blue color block and I can set the pin number. So for now, I'm glowing the red color LED and the green color LED, but I will turn off the blue color LED. So for that, what I can do is like I have taken this pin number 13 to high. Okay. And with this, I can take another block. I can select pin number 12 to high. Now, what I can do is I need to take a weight block and I need to place it here. Now, to make it simple, what I can do is I can just click here on duplicate, and now here we have the duplicated blocks. So the benefit of doing this is that I just need to select low this time and my code is ready. If you do not want to duplicate the blocks, so you can take the blocks from the output blocks. And now let's join them. Now, if I click here on start simulation, so see what will happen. So you can see that only red and green LED is glowing, but the blue LED is not glowing. So this is one of a combination. You can use some other pins. I mean, you can use some other blocks, and by that you can glow different LEDs. Like let's try another variation. So I will just stop the simulation. Now, what you can do is you can duplicate the entire set of blocks and you can keep it here. Now, let's glow all the three colors. So for that, we can take one more block. We can add it here like this. And let's set pin number 11. So you can see set pin 11 to high. And similarly, I can add a block for pin number 11, and here I will set it to low. So I think there is some technical issue here. Let me just refresh it. Okay. So I just need to turn it low. Okay. So now let's click here on start simulation. Let's see how our code will work. Can you see that if you just see this combination, right? If you just see this combination first, so because of that, only two LEDs are blinking. But if you just scroll down and if you see the second combination, so because of that, here we can see that 3 LEDs are blinking. You can even join them, so there would be no difference, right? So like this, you can make different combinations, and it's not just that you can glow 3 LEDs, you can add more LEDs and you can add more variations. So like this, you can glow several LEDs together. You can blink, you can like blink all of these LEDs. You can make the combination as if you have seen in Diwali lights, right? So all these things are possible. And that's not all. Like right now we have used the blocks for coding. If you want to use the textual coding, so you can even do that. And also you can see the textual coding by going to the text editor portion, right? There you will be able to see the text code that you have made for this activity. So students, in case if you have any doubt, you can type it in the chat. I will answer that. So here you can see that I have, instead of blocks, I have clicked here on text, and now we can see the entire code in textual coding. So in case if you are not comfortable in writing down the code like this one, so you can simply use the blocks. You can make the entire code in blocks and then you can convert it into text. And after that, you can use this text code and you can upload it in this Arduino. Okay. No, dear. Okay, so Tejaswini has a doubt. Is there any need of Python here? So no, you don't need Python for using the like for working on Arduino. Okay, so you can see C++. So that's all you need to do the coding for Arduino, right? Okay, and students, yes, I wanted to show you some interesting thing. So here you can see I have one Arduino. So this is Arduino Mega, and you can see here, this is Arduino Nano. So you can see like there are so many types of Arduinos that are available in the market, and the one that I was currently using, that was Arduino Uno. So you can see there are so many types of Arduinos, right? The size is comparable, like I mean to say it's too small and it's too big. Okay, and here we have our Uno, right? So you can use any of the Arduino Uno, like you can use any of the Arduino. Okay, it's just that the number of pins will increase. Like if you are working on a big project, so for that you can use Arduino Mega. But in case if you want to make a small project, even if you want to make a compact project, a project that can fit in small space, so you can use Arduino Nano. And commonly we use Arduino Uno. So students, if you have any doubt, you can type it in the chat. And students, if you are watching our session on YouTube, so you can type your doubt in the comment section. So I will answer it. Okay, so Vivan, which website you are talking about? Okay, so the one on which you can see this Arduino, this circuit simulator website. Okay, so this is Tinkercad. Okay, so I have written the name in the chat. This okay, this is Tinkercad, CAD CAD. Okay. Okay, so fine. So let's move on to our today's activity that I was talking about, and that is a 7-segment display. So here you can see I have a 7-segment display, right? Let me show it on the Tinkercad platform as well, so you will be able to understand. Okay, so here we have the 7-segment display. So students, I hope you have used, you have seen this type of segment before, this type of electronic component, right? Quickly type it in the chat if you have used this one. Definitely you have used it. You have seen it. You know, it's very common. Okay, so where have you seen it? Okay, that's good. So Ryan has made a project on Tinkercad using the 7-segment. Oh, very nice. So Rishit says stopwatch. Yes, digital clock. Okay, very nice, Vivan. So Vivan has mentioned lift. Sachi has mentioned digital clock. That's good. So students, can you give me some more examples? Okay, that's good. Yes. Yes, person counter. Yes, very nice. Calculators. Okay, very nice. So Ryan has mentioned traffic light display. Very nice. And yes, you can make a kind of project where there would be a timer, right? So that's good. Yeah, electronic meters. Very good. So students, like this type of component you have definitely seen, like it's there in the traffic lights, right? The timer that shows that how much time is left for the light to turn from red to green, right? In lifts we can see this type of example, right, for showing the floor. Okay, and there are several other electronic components that, where you can see in wristwatches is right, like digital wristwatch, digital clocks. So there are so many examples where you can see this type of 7-segment. Today, we will be discussing like how you can use this 7-segment, how you can make numbers using a 7-segment display. And with that, you will be able to understand the concept of coding as well, right? Because we will be using several blocks to glow different numbers. And by that, you will be able to understand that which block has to be used and how like different combinations can be made. So if I just share my screen, you will be able to see a slide where the alphabets are given. Okay, so here you can see, like if I count them, so this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5, 6, and this is 7. Okay, so here what happens is you can consider a 7 segment as 7 different LEDs. Okay, it's just that like you have seen a normal LED. Okay, so the shape is different, but for a 7 segment, the shape is a kind of hexagon like shape, right? Like you can see here, it's hexagon. So it's one LED. Okay, it is a single LED, and similarly 7 other LEDs, like there are total 7 LEDs, and they make the 7th segment. You can also see like there is a decimal, right? There is a H, or you can see there's a decimal, and if you count it, so they become 8. Okay, but at every place you will not find this decimal point. So that's why we do not call this segment as 8 segment. We call it as 7 segment. Okay. Okay, so I think, yeah, Vivan was having the same doubt. So Vivan, I hope the doubt is clear. Okay, right. So now to control these different segments, how you can connect, how you should connect them. Okay, so if you just see a 7 segment, so what you will find is that there are around 10 legs behind a 7 segment display. If I just zoom in, let me stop my screen share, and by that you will be able to see it properly. Okay, so I hope it is visible, right? There are 10 legs, like 5 here in the front and 5 in the other side. Okay, and because of these 10 legs, you can actually control the 7th segment. Now, why 10 legs? So the reason is because what happens is, if you count the segments, if you count the LEDs, so how many LEDs are there? There are 8 LEDs in all, right? We are including this H, that is the decimal as well. So by that we have 8 different segments or 8 different LEDs. Also we have a common pin. Now what is common? Now this common can be anode or cathode. So students, we have discussed in fact, we have discussed it in the first session that what is anode and what is cathode, right? So anode is positive and cathode is negative. Now you need to see that whether this 7th segment is common anode or common cathode. Now let's say this 7th segment is common cathode. Now what will happen is, if it is common cathode, so on this common pin, you will connect negative terminal, like you will provide ground to it if it is common cathode. But if it is common anode, so you will connect positive terminal, right? If it is common anode. So I hope this thing is clear. If it is common anode, so it would be positive. If it is common cathode, so there would be the negative terminal, like you will connect it with the negative terminal. Okay, and here we have 2 common pins. So you can use only one common pin, right? It's not necessary that you will use both the common pins. You can use only one common pin, and by that you will be able to glow the 7th segment. So now let's quickly try that how this 7th segment actually works. Okay, so let me remove these LEDs. Okay, so the way in which we connect the 7th segment is like this. So you need to place the 7th segment between the line that you can see here, right? Because by that, this different pins, right? The pins that are there on the top side will not be connected to the bottom pins. Okay. So in this way, we used to connect the 7th segment. So you can see here, I have connected it like this. Okay. And also, if you just see the document here, so you can see that on different pins, you will find that there are different alphabets that are written. So students, you can take a screenshot of it, because this image or this screenshot will help you to glow different segments. Like let's say you want to glow number 1. You want to make number 1. So to glow number 1, what you need to do is you need to glow, or you need to provide voltage. Wait a minute. Yeah. So you need to provide the current to pin to this B, and here to this C. By doing that, you will be able to glow this segment and this segment. Okay. Similarly, if you want to make some other number, let's say you want to make number 3. So for making number 3, you need to glow A, B, then G, right? Because this one, okay, so like this one, then this one, okay, G, then C. So we have already selected this, and D. So you have to glow it. You have to provide current to these 5 pins. Okay, and also you need to connect any of the common pin, and by doing that you will be able to glow the number. So students, I hope this concept is clear. So in case if this concept is clear, so can you tell me, like if you want to glow number 5, so what all alphabets or what all pins do we need to select? Quickly write it in the chat. I want to see how many of you are able to understand. We want to make number 5. Okay, Parul, Nishant, very nice. Okay, Ryan, I think you have added one extra alphabet. Okay, others, just check it again. Okay, very nice. Rishit, yes, others, now it's correct. Okay, fine, Ryan. Yes, good, Sachi. Okay, so okay, Soumya, Soumyadeep. Okay, yes. So that's good. So many of you have answered it correct. Okay. Yeah, even I can see the answers in the like in the YouTube live. So very nice. That's great. So for glowing the number 5, you need to glow A, F, G, C, and D. Right. So these 5 pins are required. Okay. Or you can say here you need to glow these 5 segments, and by that you will be able to glow number 5. Now, how you can do this on Tinkercad? Right, like we are just discussing it here, but if you want to do it practically, or if you want to glow them using the Arduino, so how is it possible? So students, see, what you can do is, I hope you have taken the screenshot, right? The screenshot of the um, alphabets of the pins. Okay, so we need to glow the 5 segments. Now the first one was A. Now how can we locate that where is A? So all you need to do is just take your mouse and check where A is, right? So here you can see we have A. Now you can provide the positive voltage, like you can provide, like you can connect it here on A. But before that, let's click on here, click on the 7th segment, and let's check at whether it is common anode or common cathode. So students, it would be easier that if we select common cathode. So now what will happen is we just need to take a wire from the middle. Like you can see here we have ground, and if we just take it here and connect it here like this, okay, so we are able to provide ground to our 7th segment. Now all we need to do is we need to just provide the current on the required alphabet pins. Like we have selected like A, like we need to select A, F, G, E, D, right? So like this, we need to do it. Also, we need to do the coding for it. Like right now, the code that is selected here, like the code that is visible here, it's for the previous activity, but we need to write it down for the other pins. So let's see how it is possible. So let me show you. I'll give you an example. Like right now we have this pin number 11. Okay. And this is A. So I will just take a wire. Okay. Now this is connected to A. I'll go to the code section. I will take set pin, select 11 to high. Now if I click here on start simulation, so you can see that the first segment is glowing. Okay. Similarly, we can locate other segment, like we need to glow F. Now for glowing the F, which is this one, okay, which is this one. So for that, we need to connect the pin to this F segment. So what we can do is we can use some other pin, like let's use pin number 12. And we can connect it here like this. Okay. Now we can go to the code. We can take another block. We can just take pin number 12 and start simulation. So you can see that how easily we are able to glow these 2 segments. Similarly, for the next 3 segments, we need to see that which alphabet is corresponding to this segment. So we are aware that by like by connecting G, we will be able to glow this middle one. So here we have G. Now this is connected to pin number 13. Okay, so let's connect it like this. So basically we need to take different pins for different segments. Okay, I think it's not, yeah, now it is. Now go to the code, again add a block, select 30. Okay, and click here on start simulation. So we are able to make a C type of thing, right? Now we just need to add these two segments. So we need to add C and D. So for that, we need to add some more pins. So what we can do is, we can take pin number 10. Okay, and okay, so we need to blow C. Okay, one more thing, we need to add a resistor. So here I have taken a resistor. Okay, so just a minute, let me place it like this. Okay, and here we have C. Okay, so just go to the box. So here we have 10. Okay, and finally we need to add D. So the circuit would be a little bit complicated, or you can think like there are so many wires, but don't worry, because okay, I just need to take a resistor. Okay, so it is connected to pin number D. And we have used pin number 9. So like this, you can connect it. Okay. So by this, we can glue a number 5. Students, similarly, if you want to glue different numbers, so what you can do is you can add more pins to it, right? And you can make different numbers. In fact, you can make a timer, like first the number would be 9, then 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. So it is really very simple to make. All you need to do is, like the way you have added this, okay, you can just duplicate it and you can add a weight block. Okay, and after that you need to make them low. Okay, you need to make all of these pins as low. So what will happen is, first the number 5 will be there, right? Then after a second it will turn off, and then you can add some other number. Okay, there is a mistake, I need to add a weight block here as well. Okay, see, Right now it is blinking, but if you add some other number, let's say you want like after 5, if you add blocks for pin for number 4, so that you can add after the wait block. So what will happen is after doing the 5 number, another number that is 4 will be blinked. And similarly, you can add for number 3, then number 2, number 1, 0, right? So you can do this kind of thing. In fact, you can add 2 different 7 segments. Like right now, we are just using 1 7 segment, but you can add 2 7 segments together, and you can make a timer like you have watched, you have seen in the traffic lights. Okay, so that is also possible. In fact, you can make your own calculator. Like here we have a decimal point, so you can even use this decimal for making a calculator. So for a calculator, you can add several 7 segments together. So students, I hope this concept is clear. If you have any doubt, you can ask, you can type it in the chat. Okay, what is battery? So battery is a power source, like you can see here, right? This is 9-volt battery. Right now we are using Arduino. So Arduino can be connected through the USB cable, and through that Arduino, the electronic components can get the power. So we do not require battery in this case, okay? But for performing the activities based on breadboard, for that we require battery. Yeah, definitely, Vivan. So we are even live on YouTube. So after, like if you are watching our session from the Zoom meeting, so after this session, you can visit our YouTube page. You can watch the entire session again on our YouTube channel. In fact, the previous sessions that we have taken, right? We have taken 5 sessions before this one. So you can like we have taken 4 sessions. This is our 5th one. So if you want to watch our previous 4 sessions, so you can go on to our YouTube page and you can watch our previous sessions. Okay, so use of dot. So basically, if you want to make a calculator, right? So there's a decimal dot, decimal, right? So you can use this dot as a decimal. Okay, like 5.5, 2.0. Okay, so like this, you can use the decimal point. So any other doubt or question? Okay, that's good. Okay, fine. So I think there is no doubt. And students, like you can use a Tinker Learning platform as well. So I have discussed about this in our previous session as well. So this is a free platform, that is tinkerlearning.com. By using this platform, you can learn about different technologies. Like you can learn about 3D printing or 3D designing. You can learn about app in like how to develop, how to make an app. And in fact, the topics that I'm explaining you, you can even find these topics here. Like we have the topics for the different classes, right? We have planned the course curriculum for different classes. So you can use this platform, you can register yourself. You just need to register. So you will get your username and password, and by using that, you can start using our platform. It's absolutely free. And let me show you, like how you can use it. So let's say you are in class 9th. So you will get a course for class 9, and you can see like here we have so many different topics, like we have the breadboard. So students, I have taken several sessions based on breadboard, that is that is on the circuit simulation, right? So if you want to work, if you want to know more about how the circuit is made, so you can watch the topics here, right? You can watch the video, like the topics that are here are in the form of document and videos. So if you want to read and make some notes, so you can watch the, like you can read the document. If you want to watch the tutorial, so you can watch the video, right? That is the tutorial. Similarly, here you can see we have the apps. Okay, so you can learn how to, like you can see and you can learn how to make different apps. And after making those apps, you can even use them in your mobile phone. So it's really very like interesting thing. 3D designing, so it's also very interesting thing. Now Arduino, we are already working on it. We are having the sessions, so you can even see like number display from 0 to 9. So students, the activity that I have discussed today, if you want to know more about this activity, if you want to make number, right, if you want to make a timer or something like that, so you can refer this activity. Okay, and apart from all these things, we have Python and artificial intelligence. So you can learn about Python, artificial intelligence, right? All these things are here, and several topics, tutorials are here, and all these are free. You don't need to pay anything. So you can easily register yourself and you can start using it. Okay, yes. So, okay, so you want to know, you want, okay, how to make a research document for ATL Marathon. Okay, so no issues. So see, okay, I'll do one thing. Let me just show you something. Okay, just a minute. Okay, so this is a document that we have prepared, and let me show you like what all things should be there. So you can see here, like for the document submission, the document should be of 300 words, right? So in that document, you need to add the pictures, you need to add the, like if you are writing something, right? If you are describing your project, so that should be in just 300 words. Okay. Now you need to cover several topics, like you can like mention that which problem statement your project will be solving, how your project is different, and how like what type of innovation you are doing, right? The technology that you are using for your project. Okay, the like various technical components of the application, right? So all these things can be mentioned in your document, so you can take a screenshot of it. And similarly, you need to make a video as well, right? So document and video, both of these things are mandatory. You need to make both of these things. And like for the video submission also, you need to uh, keep few things in mind. So it would be better that you just take a screenshot of this slide. Okay, and later you can follow these points, so it would really help you when you would be making your document and video for the submission. uh, can we record a virtual project? Well, it depends. Like if you have made, okay, so on virtual platform, you mean like on Tinkercad? like a circuit on Tinkercad? Yes, you can, like, or do one thing, like document can be like, you can take the screenshot from the Tinkercad platform, right? The circuit, whatever you have made, you can take the screenshot of that and you can add that screenshot, those images in your document. After that, when you will be making a video, so yes, you can record. First, you need to mention, you need to be in that video as well, right? You need to record your, like if there are, definitely there would be more than one member, right? Single member is not allowed, so maybe 2 or 3 members would be there in a team. So those 3 members should be there in that video. First thing is that, okay, you need to mention that what type of role you are playing, other students what they are doing in that project. Then you can actually show your laptop and the project that is like the virtual circuit or whatever thing you want to show. Okay, but show the things properly. Everything should be precisely explained, like it should be like presentable. Okay, so that is the main focus. Okay, so fine. So Ryan, I hope that it would be helpful for you now. Yeah, so research document can be of multiple pages, right? Yes, so like if the if even if the project is virtual, so you can make a project, like you can make the circuit on Tinkercad, and like after our Arduino series, like after the few sessions, we will be starting our Tinkercad 3D designing series as well, right? Sessions, I mean, okay. So there you can see how a model is created using um, like how a 3D model is created on Tinkercad. So even that would also help. Like if you want to make any enclosure or a model for your project, so even you can make that model on like on Tinkercad using 3D designing. So that thing can be presented as well. Okay, fine. So I hope the doubts are clear. Also, students, if you have any doubts, so feel free to type your doubt in the comment section on our YouTube page, right? I mean, the today's session that is like that would be updated on our YouTube page, so you can mention your doubt in our video, right? In the session video, so we will answer it as well, right? Okay. So fine. So students, so well, that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed the session and your doubts are cleared. Okay. Still, if you have any doubt, so you can mention your doubt in the chat, in the comment section on our YouTube page. And students, don't forget to follow our social media pages. So by that, you will be able to get the information for our upcoming sessions, right? So bye-bye, everyone. Have a nice day. Keep tinkering.